Every year, when the rains swell the Amazon's rivers and the forest floor disappears beneath brown floodwater, the animals that live here face a world transformed. In the next 2 hours, you will discover how a black jaguar and a giant green anaconda, two of the most powerful predators on Earth, come to meet in the shallows of a flooded creek, and what it takes for either one to survive the encounter along the way. You will learn the hidden facts behind their hunts, their bodies, and the ancient rivalry between cat and serpent that stretches back long before either was born. The Amazon basin floods for months at a time, turning forest floor into wetland and forcing animals to adapt to a landscape that shifts between land and water. Scientists call this seasonal habitat the Varzea, and it supports one of the highest concentrations of predators found anywhere on the planet. Howler monkeys, the ones calling from the canopy above, are considered among the loudest land animals alive. Their calls can travel more than 2 miles through dense rainforest, a warning system that alerts every creature below, including the jaguar now waking on its branch. The black jaguar is not a separate species, but a melanistic jaguar carrying a genetic mutation that floods its coat with extra pigment. Beneath the black fur, faint rosette patterns are still there, visible only in the right light. Unlike most cats, jaguars are powerful swimmers, and they often hunt in and around water without hesitation. This comfort in the river gives them access to prey most land predators can never reach. A jaguar's bite is the strongest of any big cat relative to its body size, capable of exceeding 1,500 pounds per square inch. It is one of the few predators on Earth strong enough to pierce turtle shells and crocodilian skulls in a single bite. Tapirs, like the one the jaguar now stalks, are the largest land mammals in the Amazon and close relatives of horses and rhinos rather than pigs, despite their appearance. Their flexible snout works almost like a small trunk, used to strip leaves from branches other animals cannot reach. Jaguar hunts fail more often than they succeed. Studies suggest jaguars catch their prey in fewer than half of their attempts, which is why patience, not speed, defines most of their hunting strategy. Tapirs rely on excellent hearing and a sudden burst of speed to escape danger, often bolting straight for water where they are strong swimmers themselves. Diving underwater is one of their most reliable defenses against a stalking jaguar. Capybaras, the world's largest living rodents, can weigh over 140 pounds and live in tightly bonded family groups. Staying close together is not just social behavior. Group vigilance is one of their strongest defenses against ambush predators. Black caimans, like the one drifting nearby, can grow longer than most male jaguars are heavy, and adult caimans are among the very few animals that occasionally turn the tables and prey on jaguars themselves. Green anacondas are the heaviest snakes in the world, with large females sometimes exceeding 500 pounds. Unlike venomous snakes, They kill entirely through constriction, tightening their coils each time their prey exhales until it can no longer breathe. An anaconda's camouflage depends on stillness as much as color. Their metabolism allows them to remain motionless for hours, sometimes days, conserving energy while waiting for prey to wander close enough to strike. Capybaras post sentries almost instinctively, and a single sharp bark from one animal can trigger the entire group to scatter within seconds. This kind of rapid group communication has likely evolved specifically in response to pressure from ambush hunters like caimans and anacondas. When a jaguar's ambush is discovered, it often abandons stealth entirely and switches to a short, explosive sprint. Jaguars are built for these bursts of power rather than sustained chases, which is why a missed strike in the first few seconds usually means the hunt is over. Capybaras can hold their breath underwater for up to 5 minutes, using rivers as an escape route that few land predators can follow. Diving is often their single most effective way of vanishing from a hunting jaguar. A missed hunt costs a jaguar valuable energy, and in the wild, that energy loss matters. Large predators like jaguars may only make a successful kill once every few days, making every failed attempt a real cost to their survival. Jaguars often drink immediately after a failed chase, both to cool down and to recover fluid lost during a sprint through humid, high-exertion terrain. This brief, vulnerable moment at the water's edge is exactly when other predators can take advantage. Anacondas detect prey partly through vibrations transmitted along the ground and through water, sensed by receptors in their jaw and skin. A jaguar standing at the water's edge, lapping steadily, sends exactly the kind of vibration a hidden anaconda is built to notice. Despite being natural rivals in some regions, direct confrontations between jaguars and anacondas are rarely documented, since both animals typically avoid a fight that could leave either one seriously injured. When it does happen, it is usually because one animal mistakes the other for prey or is caught by surprise at close range. What happens next in the shallow water between predator and predator is one of the rarest events any wildlife camera can capture in the Amazon. The strike comes fast, but not every ambush ends in a kill. What happens in these first few seconds of contact often decides everything that follows in a fight between apex predators. A jaguar's leap can cover distances of over 6 feet in a single bound, giving it the reaction speed to escape a strike that would trap most other animals. This explosive agility, more than raw strength, is often what keeps a jaguar alive during a close encounter with a much larger predator. An anaconda's strike is powered by rapid muscle contraction rather than speed over distance, meaning it is most dangerous within a very short range. Once that first strike misses, the snake has to reset its coils entirely before attempting another attack, giving prey a brief window to escape. White-lipped and collared peccaries, like the herd nearby, are one of the few prey animals in the Amazon known to mob threatening predators as a group. A lone jaguar caught by a defensive herd can be seriously injured, which is why solitary hunts against peccaries carry real risk despite the cat's size advantage. Macaws are highly social birds with alarm calls that other species in the forest have learned to recognize and react to. Their piercing warning cries function almost like a shared alarm system across dozens of unrelated species sharing the same stretch of forest. A jaguar's failure rate rises significantly when hunting group-living prey, since even one alert animal can trigger the flight response of an entire herd. Solitary hunters like jaguars often rely on picking off distracted individuals rather than confronting a herd directly. Black caimans are the largest predator in the Amazon basin, capable of reaching lengths of over 16 feet. Adult caimans have almost no natural predators, and confrontations between caimans and jaguars, while rare, are among the most dangerous encounters in the region for both animals. A caiman's bite force is among the strongest of any living reptile, generated by jaw-closing muscles built for crushing turtle shells and bone. Its jaw-opening muscles, however, are comparatively weak, which is why a firmly held caiman mouth can sometimes be kept shut by hand in emergency wildlife research, though never safely attempted with an animal this size. Jaguars have been documented successfully killing caimans by biting through the base of the skull, targeting one of the only points where their teeth can penetrate the reptile's heavy armor plating. This hunting technique is considered one of the more advanced predatory skills observed in South American big cats. Territorial disputes between jaguars and caimans usually end without serious injury to either animal, since both species generally prefer to avoid the risk of a prolonged fight. A retreat, rather than a kill, is by far the most common outcome when the two predators meet on open ground. Anacondas are ectothermic, meaning they rely entirely on external heat to regulate their body temperature. Basking on exposed mud after time spent in the water is essential to their digestion and muscle function, but it also leaves them dangerously visible to predators. Capybaras are a preferred prey item for large anacondas, and a successful constriction can take several minutes before the prey stops breathing entirely. Because of this length of exposure, anacondas typically hunt capybaras only when they are confident no larger predator is nearby. Jaguars rely heavily on stealth because their stamina for sustained chases is limited compared to smaller, faster predators. A hunt is almost always over within the first 10 to 20 seconds. Anything longer usually ends in the prey's favor. Vibrations traveling through soft mud can travel farther and more clearly than sound through open air, which is part of why a coiling anaconda can sense an approaching jaguar before ever seeing it. This sensitivity to ground movement is one of the snake's most important defenses against ambush. When threatened, anacondas often raise the front portion of their body into an S-shaped coil, a defensive posture that maximizes their striking reach while keeping the rest of the body anchored and ready to constrict. This same posture is used both offensively to catch prey and defensively to fend off predators. True combat between a full-grown jaguar and a full-grown anaconda has rarely been captured on film, largely because both animals are apex predators that instinctively avoid unnecessary risk. When it does happen, it is almost always because one has been caught in the open, with no easy retreat available. Every physical clash between an apex predator and a snake this size carries real risk, and even the winner rarely escapes without cost. What follows in the aftermath reveals just how much a single fight can take out of an animal built for stealth rather than brute combat. A jaguar's forelimbs are exceptionally powerful, even by big cat standards, built more for wrestling and gripping prey than for the long chases used by cats like cheetahs. This strength is what allows a jaguar to land a stunning blow capable of disorienting prey many times its own body weight. Once an anaconda commits to constriction, releasing its grip is a costly decision, since it sacrifices its main defense and its main hunting tool at the same time. A snake this size depends almost entirely on its coils, meaning any injury to its body directly threatens its ability to hunt or protect itself afterward. Jaguars are one of the very few big cats known to regularly kill prey by piercing the skull with a single bite rather than suffocating it, a technique likely adapted for taking down armored prey like caimans and turtles. This same skull and spine bite is what makes jaguars uniquely capable of overpowering an animal as large as a full-grown anaconda. Drowning is one of the anaconda's primary hunting strategies against land mammals, using its own body weight and the water itself to prevent prey from breathing. Against a jaguar, this same strategy becomes far riskier, since jaguars are strong swimmers with a far greater ability to fight while partially submerged than most other cats. A single well-placed bite to the spine can end a struggle almost instantly, since it disrupts the nerve signals an animal needs to keep moving its body. For a predator like the jaguar, precision, not just power, is often the deciding factor between a costly fight and a quick, decisive kill. Howler monkeys rarely intervene in conflicts between predators, instead relying on stillness and their elevated position in the canopy to stay safe from ground-level danger. Their presence high in the trees gives them a uniquely safe vantage point to observe behavior that few researchers are lucky enough to witness directly. After a serious fight, a jaguar often needs an extended recovery period, since even a successful battle can leave torn muscle, minor puncture wounds, and significant fatigue. In the wild, this kind of injury, even without infection, can temporarily reduce a jaguar's ability to hunt effectively for days afterward. Jaguars are known to cache large prey by dragging it into dense cover, a behavior that protects the carcass from scavengers like vultures and other jaguars in the area. An anaconda this size represents an enormous meal, one that could sustain the jaguar for well over a week without needing to hunt again. Unlike lions, jaguars are solitary and do not share kills, meaning every successful hunt directly and immediately benefits only the individual animal that made it. This solitary lifestyle makes moments like this rare reptile kill especially valuable to a jaguar's long-term survival in a habitat as competitive as the flooded Amazon. What began as two predators stalking the same prey at the edge of a quiet creek ended in one of the rarest confrontations the Amazon rainforest has to offer, a reminder of just how unforgiving survival remains for even the strongest animals in the flooded forest. Nothing goes to waste in the flooded Amazon, and the death of even a giant anaconda quickly becomes part of a much larger cycle of survival for dozens of other species nearby. Black vultures rely almost entirely on sight rather than smell to locate carcasses, and they often watch the movements of other predators from high in the sky to detect a fresh kill. This scavenging behavior makes vultures some of the fastest responders to any death in the rainforest. Bush dogs are among the most rarely seen carnivores in the Amazon, living in small, tightly knit packs and hunting cooperatively despite their small size. Sightings like this one, feeding openly on a carcass, are considered unusual even among researchers who study the species closely. Harpy eagles are among the most powerful birds of prey on Earth, with talons that can exert a grip force greater than that of a large dog's bite. Their preferred prey includes monkeys and sloths, which they snatch directly from the canopy in fast, precise attack. A harpy eagle's wingspan can approach 7 feet, yet the bird is capable of remarkable agility through dense forest canopy, weaving between branches at high speed to intercept prey that most predators could never reach. Jaguar mothers raise cubs entirely alone, without help from a mate. And cubs typically stay with their mother for close to 2 years before becoming fully independent. During this time, nearly everything a cub knows about hunting and survival comes directly from watching and mimicking her behavior. Playful wrestling among jaguar cubs, like tugging and biting at meat, is a critical part of developing the muscle memory and jaw strength needed for real hunts later in life. Cubs that do not get enough of this early practice often struggle far more when they begin hunting on their own. Jaguar cub mortality in the wild remains high, with many estimates suggesting less than half survive to adulthood, largely due to starvation, territorial disputes with other jaguars, and predation by animals like caimans and anacondas. A successful kill like today's anaconda can make a meaningful difference in a mother's ability to keep her cubs fed through difficult stretches. Capybaras are most active at dawn and dusk, a pattern known as crepuscular behavior that helps them avoid the hottest parts of the day while still watching for nocturnal predators emerging at nightfall. Traveling in a tight line along the water's edge, as seen here, reduces the herd's exposure to ambush from any single direction. Jaguars are largely solitary and territorial, with adult ranges that can span dozens of square miles depending on prey availability. As night falls, a resting jaguar remains alert even in sleep, since the Amazon's competition for survival never truly pauses, even after the sun goes down. And so, as night settles over the flooded Amazon and the black jaguar rests high in the canopy, the river keeps flowing, the forest keeps breathing, and the endless contest between predator and predator continues long after the cameras stop rolling. Thank you for spending this time deep in the Amazon with us. If you enjoyed uncovering these hidden facts about the jaguar's bite force, the anaconda's patience, and the fragile odds every young cub faces just to survive, consider subscribing so you never miss the next journey into the wild. Today, we learned how two of the rainforest's greatest predators can cross paths in a single dangerous moment, and how survival here depends on far more than strength alone. We saw the cost of a failed hunt, the risk behind every ambush, and the quiet, patient world that shapes life beneath the flooded canopy. If this kind of story fascinates you, our next video takes you somewhere just as unforgiving, where a different predator faces a rival few have ever seen challenge it face to face. Stay curious, stay close, and we'll see you there.